I'm here at Gen Con 2022 with Ken Hite, who is the designer of Trails of Cthulhu, as well as many other games that we're going to talk about. So Kenneth, how's the Gen Con been going for you?
It's just great to have it back where it belongs, when it belongs, right? I mean, I was at the one-off Gen Con last year in September. It felt wrong. It was still small. People didn't want to come back. 2020, we all know what that was. So it's just nice to see Gen Con returning and restoring.
Cool. So can you tell us a little bit about Trails of Cthulhu and maybe hold it up for everybody to kind of see the nice cover on it?
Right. Trail of Cthulhu is the licensed adaptation of Call of Cthulhu for the Gumshoe engine. Gumshoe by Robin D. Laws is a game engine optimized for investigative roleplay. So the difference being you never roll to find a clue. You're able to find a clue because this is the story of people who found the clue. People who didn't find the clue and went off and lived long and boring lives, that's not who the story's ever about. You do roll for rolls that would make, where failure makes the story more interesting. Like, I shoot the deep one. Oh, I missed. Well, that story got interesting. So that's the basics of Gumshoe. Trail of Cthulhu moves Call of Cthulhu into the 1930s, a much scarier decade, in my opinion, than the 1920s. It splits sanity and stability so that your ability to keep it together is different from your knowledge of the true nature of the universe. Again, to pattern after how Lovecraft treats it in his stories. And then for that, we've produced, as I think you can see, a vast panoply of supplements over the years since 2008.
Cool. And tell us, you have a long history of game design. Just tell us some of the other titles that people should be checking out as well.
Well, in the Pelgrane stable, I'm also the designer of Knights Black Agents and Fall of Delta Green, which is an adaptation of the Delta Green role-playing game to Gumshoe, set in the 1960s. I was the lead designer on the 5th edition of Vampire the Masquerade, so the current edition of Vampire. I did, farther back, I did 2 Star Trek games back-to-back, one for Last Unicorn and one for Decipher. I recommend that at any rate as a way to learn game design, if not necessarily as a way to build Star Trek. And ample material, all up and down the aisle. My own setting, Day After Ragnarok for Savage Worlds. That's like 11 years old now. But yeah, lots of stuff.
Cool. Well, I just want to say thank you for joining me for a few minutes here today, and wish you the best of luck for the rest of the con. And when people want to buy stuff, where should they go?
Well, if they want to buy this or any of the other Gumshoe games, go to Pelgrane Press's web store. If you just want to follow me and find out what I'm plugging, at Kenneth Hite on Twitter, or listen to my podcast with Robin D. Laws. Ken and Robin talk about stuff, which is wherever you get your podcasts.
Cool. Well, thanks again.
Thanks, man.